think it's very valuable, and I'd like to see more of this on important issues that come up. But along those lines, I do object to your turning the microphone off when that gentleman was making objectionable remarks and you're closing the microphone off. That is a bad precedent in a democratic society. He should be able to say what he wants, even if we object strongly to it. And I know there was a lot of strong objections to it, but he should be able to finish his remarks, and he should not have the microphone turned away from him. I think that's almost tantamount to requesting an apology for doing it. I don't want to see that anymore. I think it's important that we maintain this attitude that we spoke.
He was wasting all of our time. Right.
Next. Not my time. He wasn't wasting my time.
All right, let's please, if you want to speak, go to the microphone. I won't turn it off. I didn't turn it off, by the way, Bill. I didn't turn it off. I will not cut off anybody for their ideas. If somebody goes on more than 2 minutes, I'm going to start to get a little impatient.
I respect your going to the experts to hear what they have to say about our adventure in Afghanistan. And I would only like to point out that some 10 years ago, there were experts who were talking about the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And there were many of us who questioned this. And we had experts as high as General Powell, who fell for this and talked about weapons of mass destruction. I would say, please keep a question in your mind all the time when talking to experts or to anybody else. These experts don't know the full story, and that brings me back to Vietnam. There is a lot of parallel between what we're doing now and Vietnam. Vietnam, we started with a small group of advisors, small force, and we were sure that the people were with what we were doing, that the Vietnamese, South Vietnamese opposed the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese coming in. We were wrong. It took us, what, 10 years to figure out we're wrong? I hope it doesn't take us 10 years to figure out that we don't understand the Afghanistan people now. When you talk about the danger of walking in the countryside outside of Kabul, you're telling me that there is a strong population, a lot more than 9%, that are in support of the Taliban. The Taliban is doing things that Hezbollah and Hamas has been doing. They reach to the people by providing them with family support, by providing them with monetary support, by relief and so forth. That gets the people. The Taliban, as Mao Zedong said, fish swimming in the sea. They are gorillas. And we have to understand people before we attempt to change their way of thinking. Maybe they don't want to change their way of thinking. We have a fine example right now of the double agent from Jordan who walked into a CIA meeting unexamined and blew them up. Why? We should understand why. And we should understand why that major, who we promoted to major in Fort Hood, goes in there and shoots what he regarded as Western whatever. We have to do more understanding of this before we commit ourselves to this great adventure, which I fear is going to last years and years the way it's going. And lastly, as has been said before, let's not be hypocrites about this. Are we in a war? Then pay for it. We should pay for this war. We don't want to pay for it because our leaders, some of them, don't think they really want to be in a war. Somehow they want Wall Street and our other activities to succeed, but let this adventure out here, we don't have to really pay for that. Let's put it where it belongs. You want a war, you're going to have to pay for it, and maybe have a draft, too, to supply the people.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. I'm not cutting anybody off for their ideas. I'm being a little sloppy on the timing, and I don't want to change the rules midway, but I do really want to hear from anybody who wants to speak tonight. So what I'm going to do, Gloria, I don't know if you or Shante, anybody, I just want somebody on staff to indicate when somebody's at 2 minutes, and we're not going to cut you off, but we do really want you to wind up after about 2 minutes so that we can hear from everybody.